everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you are clicking on one of my videos, my name is Kristen. I am a mom to a 10-month-old and an avid Disney park goer. I like to talk about anything lifestyle related, Disney related, kid, baby related. So if that's anything that you are interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. I'd already recorded this video earlier today and still just had some other thoughts that I wanted to add. So I'm re-recording. This video for the most part is going to really go in depth on comparing Standby Skipper and the Thrill Data Weight Magic automation Lightning Lane tools that are a third party. They're not Disney related whatsoever. So if you clicked on this video to watch and learn about comparing the two, that is mostly what this video is going to be about. And then at the end, I'm going to add in my previous footage of just doing a little overview of our most recent Walt Disney World trip and a haul of what we bought during that trip. So again, thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So I'm going to start with Standby Skipper. I have used Standby Skipper for probably 2 years now and have absolutely loved it. It is an app that you can download, and then you will need to send a friend request to everyone that will be in your party traveling with you during your Walt Disney World vacation so they can link up through the app, and that is what's going to help you make the Lightning Lanes. One person only will have to purchase Standby Skipper, so it's $45 for a week, at $25 for a day, I believe, are the different packages. But with Standby Skipper, you can have up to 12 people traveling with you in your party, and it will be a tool that will automatically book your next Lightning Lane for all those people based on the information that you put in beforehand. Something that I like about this app is that you can purchase it up to 30 days before your trip. And then each morning you will have to go in and pick which attractions that you are wanting it to go ahead and book as soon as you've tapped in for your very first Lightning Lane. So that is something that I would normally do each morning around the time I would wake up before I would start getting ready for the day, and just kind of go ahead and put them all in there. I personally don't mind bebopping around the parks, so base it on first availability. I have never had to use customer service for Standby Skipper, but from what I've seen on their Facebook group, which I highly recommend joining both of the Facebook groups for Standby Skipper and Weight Magic, hear people brainstorm, and if there's tips and tricks that are helpful, that's the best place to see them. Like I was saying, I think everybody on the Facebook group is very helpful. Another thing that I absolutely love about Standby Skipper is how user-friendly it is. A lot of cute little graphics so you know what ride and which park you are making your choices for. So it's very visually easy to use. And that's huge for me because I'm a visual learner, and that's just something I'll touch on with Weight Magic. It's important to me and draws me to it, and just how easy it is to use the app, I just absolutely love. So those are the highlights. I don't really have any cons about Standby Skipper other than you are purchasing Lightning Lane Multipass. That is still an additional price you'll have to pay, and I know that's date-based, and then you'll also have to spend the $45 for the Standby Skipper in addition to that. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're like me and travel to Walt Disney World more than once a year. That can add up pretty quickly. Okay, so as you know, if you've watched my pack and prep video for my most recent trip, you saw that I did purchase Thrill Data's Weight Magic for our most recent trip, and I absolutely loved using it during that vacation. So definitely wanted to tell you a little bit more about it, because when I went to do my research on it, there weren't that many videos out about it comparing the two. So I just kind of had to go with my gut and just say, you know, I'm going on a couple more trips and in the future, and would like to go ahead and give this a shot just to see what it's about. And I'm so glad that I did, and wanted to make sure I could film this video while My thoughts were kind of fresh on my mind. We only got back from our trip about 10 days ago. So I wanted to be able to relay all my thoughts and feelings about it. I'm comparing the two. That way, that might help you make a decision on which one is the better option for you. With Thrill Data, you might have heard of them before. They have a lot of free travel planning tools that they provide already, such as crowd calendars, live wait times. They have a dining alert tool. They have lightning lane data, and then they also have a feature about the weather for different times of the year as well. So they are just a great tool to use even if you're using Standby Skipper. So I ended up opting into the yearly subscription for Thrill Data, which costs $60, and Weight Magic is included with that subscription. So for $60 a year, I will have it be able to pre-book my lightning lanes for me, which I just saw the value in that right away. For $20, you can have the subscription for 2 days, $30 weekly, $40 monthly, or of course the $60 annually, and that is the option that I chose. A single subscription for Weight Magic can cover up to 20 guests, which is different obviously than Standby Skipper, which their max was 12 people. Something that I don't super love right now about Weight Magic is that it is only available for use in a internet web browser. So they do not have an app yet. I did see on their Facebook group that they are in the works of developing a app. So I'm very excited for that to happen. As long as I'm already logged in and have the browser up, I really don't have to get back into it very quickly. That was never an issue for us on our trip. Something that I love about Thrill Data is that you can basically pre-book everything. So that's a reason why I don't really mind it being on a web browser, because I wasn't getting into it super often anyway. I was able to go ahead, as long as I, 7 days out from our trip, had bought all my Lightning Lane multi-passes for the days. I was able to go in, of course, prioritize which rides for which parks. If you are interested in booking for very, very, very specific times of day, if you are wanting it to continuously modify your lightning lane for a better time, they have just so many options. Booking the earliest time, of course, morning, afternoon, evening, and they just have a lot of very specific different details that you can choose from, whereas Standby Skipper was just kind of first available or morning, evening, afternoon. But this one has more detailed options for you to choose from. And then even after we returned home from our 7-day trip to Walt Disney World, I noticed on the Facebook group for Weight Magic, they had come out with even more updates. So they are really going through something right now to really enhance and make it the best that it can be. So when we go here in the next 2 months, I'm excited to use it again to see what all has changed. But with that being said, I know I'm a very visual learner, and I was overwhelmed and wanted to make sure that I was making the right choices when I was pre-booking all of my lightning lanes. So I did reach out to their customer service team, and they were super responsive, very quick, explained what each one meant a little bit more in depth. I didn't understand why I would ever need to pause them or reset them. And so they went in and explained all of that to me. And then he even offered to log in on the back end and make sure that all of my lightning lanes were set up the way that I had intended them to. So I really appreciated that too. So something also that they just posted on their Facebook group, the priority search, lots of options for that as well. You can book any priority, only book the first priority, only book first and second priority, book first through third priorities, only book tier 1 attractions, only book tier 2 attractions. It made me feel like I was in the weeds a little bit, and I just was overwhelmed by all the very specific options that they gave, which I can see why you would appreciate that if this is maybe your once in a lifetime vacation to Walt Disney World. It's very specific at having those options to choose the rides to book for you. So I appreciate that for those individuals who are truly taking advantage of it in that way. That's just not the way that I'm using it every time. So since I go so often, but I understand why they have that option there for others to use as well. I'll insert the picture right here for you to see, but it, with timestamps as well, was just modifying, letting me know and texting me the different times. And I just really appreciated that. The text updates, and you can add up to 2 people receive those text notifications for Weight Magic. If you are prioritizing getting the absolute best return time, then Weight Magic is for you. If your priority is more for day of bookings and kind of just want to click it and forget it, then that will be, Standby Skipper will be for you. You definitely have more options and a better value with Thrill Data, although it can look overwhelming with all of the verbiage, all the different options that they offer. If you need to reach out to customer service to better explain all that for you, that is certainly what I did. That, I think, is what I'm going to continue to use going forward. I mean, of course, it is because I bought the annual subscription, but I really did have good luck with it this past time. I'm looking forward to seeing the app version come out whenever that may be. It essentially does the same thing, and I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. They're both great apps. I've enjoyed using both of them. Just think for the value and the even more specificity of options that you get with Thrill Data, Weight Magic, I don't see why you wouldn't just go with that one, and it's a better value, if that makes sense. So I hope that was helpful. I know I still haven't seen that many videos comparing the two. I highly recommend, again, joining both of the Facebook groups. They are very informative. You can post any questions that you have regarding each of them, and hopefully that will get you the clarity that you need to decide which one you want to use. Try both of them, whatever. Both wonderful services that will help you stay off your phone as much as you can, so you can just keep riding rides and enjoy the park and use your phone for taking pictures of the people that you're traveling with. That's what I like to do, at least. So if you have any other questions related to Standby Skipper or Weight Magic, please drop them in the comments. I wanted to talk about our experience at Animal Kingdom Lodge. We did rent DVC points for that portion of this stay and had, another great experience with that company that we rent with, DVC-Rentals. Love them. The room we had was extremely outdated, and we were at like the farthest end of the building that you could be. So we had a very long walk to and from our room. And what was frustrating was it rained a little bit on our trip, and I was doing laundry on one of our days, and that walk back and forth was just no joke. I mean, it was brutal. So also our view was supposed to be Savannah view, and I mean, technically it was because we did have a couple of animals, but it was more of like a true backstage view, I would say. Like, it wasn't like a beautiful Savannah by any means. It was more like looking at a fence and maybe things that they use to feed the animals or keep them in place, things like that. It just wasn't as magical as I had hoped about Animal Kingdom Lodge. Kidani Village, now Jumbo House, staying there might be different just because that is like the main hotel building. They had internal transportation to and from those 2 resorts, which was nice. I wish they were a tad bit closer where the walk wouldn't have been so bad. But I mean, we had to knock it off our bucket list. I'm glad we did it. And I'm glad it was for a shorter stay and not for like a whole week, because that would be so brutal. But with all that to say, we loved the food. That was a huge pro. Our breakfast was very unique that we had each morning. And although we didn't eat at any of the like finer dining restaurants, we are looking to go visit Jico on our next trip. in February because the menu just looks amazing. So as far as that goes, and we're big foodies, I think you won't be disappointed with the food options there. If you're a little bit more of an adventurous eater, that's definitely unique. And the property is beautiful. The decoration inside and architecture is unlike any other Disney resort. So if you love Animal Kingdom like I do, it's definitely a resort to appreciate and at least go and visit during your next trip. But I don't know if I would stay there again, just to be transparent. And that's just my opinion. We did not set out to buy a lot of merch on this trip. One thing that we definitely had in mind that we knew we wanted to get as a souvenir this trip, it's going to be extremely random. From the China Pavilion and in their amazing gift shop, I mean, they have so many things that are so cool and unique. Cameron and I eat a lot of sushi, like a lot. And enough to know that not every time we get sushi takeout, they don't always give you chopsticks. And although we have one reusable set, that still doesn't help the other person who has to use their hands. So we had seen these in the gift shop before, and they come in the most beautiful box. Hope it's focusing on the box. And these are our reusable chopsticks that we got. And I just think they are so beautiful and unique. And this was like our main souvenir from the trip, which is just kind of funny, but it's practical. Let's see, porcelain floral chopsticks, $19.95. And of course we got the annual pass discount. So absolutely excited to use those. And then secondly, I'm going to open this up because I believe it's one of our ornaments. They wrap them so well for traveling home, which I appreciate. Yes, this is one of our ornaments. This is from the Animal Kingdom Lodge. And this one was $29.99, and we used our annual pass discount for this as well. But on the back, it says Animal Kingdom Lodge. And then how cute is that? So our tree is really essentially just a Disney tree. And I'm just now noticing that this will light up. Let's see. On and off. Oh, wow. I love it that much more. I don't know if you can see it with the light on. Wow. Did not even notice that. So adorable. Okay, next up is a purchase with purchase. This is not exciting whatsoever. It's just a reusable tote. And we actually did use this a lot. This is what it looks like. Expanded open. And yeah, Disney parks. You can't go wrong. I can't have enough of these, honestly. So was happy with that. And then lastly, Cameron, he surprised me with this when we were literally checking out of Caribbean Beach at the end of our trip. And he knows I like to use bigger tumbler type cups. So he got me this cup. And unfortunately, the straw already didn't make it through the first round of washing in the dishwasher. But it was about that thin, that thin. This little charm like sat right here on the top, but I'm now using another straw that I had. But yeah, I thought that was super sweet and a good surprise gift from Cameron. So my daughter just woke up, so that means it's time for me to wrap it up. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I am sorry my haul was kind of boring. That was a quick recap on our Disney trip from October of 2025. And we might or might not have one more trip before the end of the year, but right now the one we definitely have planned is in February of 2026 with Cameron, Evelyn, and then Cameron's mom, Leah Jo, my mother-in-law. And we are super excited for that trip. We're staying at a new resort, new to all of us. I will definitely be posting the pack and prep for that and give you more insight into what all we have going on that trip as well. Again, thank you so much for watching this video and hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you are interested in seeing more Disney content, lifestyle content, and everything in between. If you have any other questions, comment down below. I'd be happy to answer or give you any advice. And I'm also a Disney travel agent, so would love to help you plan your next vacation. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.